Me and my boys, you know how we were supposed to go to North Carolina. We ended up deciding that instead of leaving at like what 1 or 2 in the morning, that we should just leave at around like 6:30, right? Just so everyone can get rested up and all that. So they tell me to pull up to the house at 6, just so I make sure that like I'm there on time or whatever. And then I get there literally at 6. The guy makes me wait outside because he said he was using the bathroom and it's freezing cold. So I'm like, all right, bro. You know what? Whatever. Like, it's all good. I go inside. The other guy was still sleeping, and one of my other boys was supposed to go with us, but he canceled last minute because his parents said, you know what? No, like he can't go. So the only other guy that I did actually know canceled on us last minute, or canceled on me basically last minute, because my friend that I still went with, he had his other friend, and they were like closer, bro. Like they would see each other all the time. So I felt like I was third wheeling the whole freaking time, right? So that happened, and I was like, you know what? All right, we're chilling. So I walk in the room, and that guy is still dead asleep. Okay, so I'm like, bro, like, get up. Like, you guys told me to be here at 6, and then by time, like, it took everyone time to get ready and all that. It was what, like 7:30, or no? Yeah, we left his house around like 7:30. So all is good. We're on our way. We get like what 30 minutes away. We stop at a gas station just so we can like stock up on snacks and food or whatever. And then my friend's friend forgets his wallet at my friend's crib. So we have to drive all the way back to my friend's house. So that's a whole hour, right? 30-minute drive back and then 30 minutes back to the gas station. Or not, we didn't stop at the same gas station, but it was 30 minutes to get back to where we were on the road. So that's like a whole hour gone. So we were going to get there at 11, and then the time changed to like 12. Or no, it was like 12:30 because it's like traffic and stuff. So we go on the way. Everything is good until we reach like North Carolina, right? All the freaking roads are so weird. All the roads are weird. They're like, some are closed, some are open, and then like we would just go past the closed signs, right? Because there was like a storm the week before, so like everything was clearing out. And then once we got to the third one, bro, we started driving, and then we got to a road where there was literally a bridge and it was broken, so we couldn't even like go anywhere. So we had to do a U-turn, and then the freaking map, there was no signal anywhere. So whenever we tried to switch it to Google Maps, like, it wouldn't switch. There was no signal. We had no Wi-Fi, bro. We couldn't do anything because my friend, for some reason, he was using Apple Maps, and Apple Maps, I guess, didn't like fix it or whatever. So that happened, and then when Google Maps finally started working, it took mad longer. So now the new arrival time was like 1:30. So we're like, all right, bro, whatever. Like, we already did everything that we could. We're gonna get there at 1:30. We get to the freaking hill. 1:30 becomes 2. 2:30 becomes, 2 becomes 2:30. So the new arrival time is 2:30, right? It just got prolonged. I guess there was traffic, and it just took mad long for us to get to the freaking hill. Once we got to the hill, we had to wait for parking because there was no parking anywhere. So we got to one of the lots, and then we kept doing circles around it, and then we saw this guy with like a RV or like a van or whatever. And we were talking to him. We were like, yo, like, are you about to leave? He was like, yeah, we're about to leave. Or I'm about to leave. I could save this parking spot for you. So we go around because there's people behind us. So we can't just stop the car and wait for him to go because he still needed like 10 minutes. So we're like, all right, bro, like, all good. We start going around, and then this one truck right in front of us, there was another parking spot. They found one. So they decided to park there. But tell me why, chat, that guy didn't know how to freaking park. He didn't know how to park, right? So while he wanted to back up into the parking space, his boy is outside of the windows, like sitting on the freaking window, looking outside, trying to tell him to back up. And we see the car in front of us. And it's like he's about to back into the other car, the cars that are parked next to the parking spot he wants to be in. Like, that's how bad he doesn't know how to park, right? So my boys were helping them park, and I got out of the car to go back to that guy in the van just so I could save the parking spot, right? So we were talking we were talking to the guy. I was like, yo, like, why are you leaving so early? Because keep in mind, chat, it was like still 2:30. W store post on TikTok. Bet. It was still like 2:30. So the guy, it was so sad, bro. The guy told us his girl had a miscarriage and she was in the emergency room. Did you just laugh?
Nah, yeah, I had to sneeze.
Wait, did you just laugh, bro?
Nah, I sneezed, bro.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I sneezed.
Okay. Oh, he sneezed, chat. All right, never mind. I'm tripping. So, anyways, the guy's girl had a miscarriage, and she was in the ER. And I was like, bro, that was like mad sad, and it was kind of awkward because he was taking time to like pack up his stuff, and I was just standing there waiting for him to leave. But you know, I was like, yo, can I help you out? Like, I'm so sorry you have to go through that. Like, I don't, like, I felt bad, bro. Like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to help. So he was like all good. He seemed pretty sad. Like, I'd be pretty sad too, honestly.
Oh, I'm sorry, but why did he leave his girl? He's about to have a baby. To go
She was
ski.
probably not like too long pregnant. Like, she probably had an early miscarriage or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, anyways, whenever he turned on his car to back out of the parking lot, his freaking car wouldn't turn on. It was like it was like a van. It wasn't even a car. Like, it was a van, right? And his car wouldn't turn on. And he stayed there for like a good 3 minutes or 2 minutes trying to turn his car on. Then when his car turned on and he was backing out of the parking lot, the car stopped. So his car was literally just stuck for another like minute. So he got his car working again. He went by. He said bye to me or whatever. And then my boys still weren't where the parking space was, right? So there was like 2 cars, and then my boys were there. So I had to stand in front of the parking and tell the guy to go. And I saw some Spanish guy. He was looking dead at me, and he was just moving his mouth super fast. And you know, whenever a Spanish dude is moving his mouth super fast, you already know that means he's freaking cursing you out. He's cursing your family out, your family tree. He wants to, bro, you already know what he's doing, right? So he was doing that, but I was like, yo, like, I'm sorry. Like, you just got to go. And then he just kept driving, right? And then my boys were like, yo, like, I appreciate you. You know, you got us a freaking parking spot, whatever, da-da-da. I was like, yeah, bro, whatever. Let's just go ski. So we parked the car. We put on our like, all our clothes, like, our skiing clothes or whatever. I put on, y'all saw my fit. I posted it. You know, I put everything on, right? And then we go down. We go to get our freaking tickets and rent the skis. And then like right as we get in line and it's about to be our turn, there's one or two people ahead of us. So the lady comes out, she screams, "By the way, everybody, sorry for the inconvenience, but we are out of ski and snowboard rentals." Keep in mind, we just drove like 7 hours. It was supposed to be 4. We just drove around like 7. And then when we got there was all that, like, the parking, putting on our clothes and all that. That took around, like, an hour or whatever. So at that point, it was already, like, 4. It was, like, 4, right? So we're just there. My boys lost hope. I'm like, yo, we're chilling. There's food right there. We still haven't ate. For some reason, they didn't want to eat, but I just forced them to go eat. I was like, yo, we're good. We'll just wait. Because the lady said, you know, wait till 4:35, and then they'll probably, you know, get their food back. They'll probably get it back or whatever, and you guys will be able to go in. We're like, okay. Oh, yeah, keep in mind, chat, I haven't eaten anything. I don't even think the night before, because we were supposed to go eat Chick-fil-A that morning, and I was like, all right, you know what? Like, we're just going to eat Chick-fil-A when I meet up with them. And then they canceled Chick-fil-A. They decided to go to a gas station. And then when they went to the gas station, we had to drive back, right? So they canceled the food, which Dunkin' Donuts, by the way, was 4 minutes away from the gas station that we were at. I told them, yo, let's just go to Dunkin' Donuts. I'm going to just get me a coffee and some quick food, and we could just keep going. They drove back 25 minutes so we can get this guy's wallet. And they didn't want to drive 4 minutes just to get me a freaking donut, a bagel, and a coffee. So I was like, you know what, bro? Like, whatever, bro. Let's just get there. But anyways, back to the point where we're at. We eat. we stand in line, get the food. It's mad crowded. There's nowhere to sit, right? The food is horrible. The only good thing that there is was the fries, right? The burger was absolutely terrible. So we get the food, and I ordered a hot chocolate. Chat, tell me why they gave me a hot chocolate with only the powder in it. They didn't give me no milk. They didn't give me nothing. They gave me the freaking powder in the cup. So I had to go to one of the freaking machines. And I was like, yo, where's the milk option? My boys were laughing at me. They were like, yo, what do you mean milk? This is hot water. So, bro, they're telling me they gave me powdered hot chocolate, and they're telling me to put hot water on it and mix it.
Nah, that's normal. That's
Bro,
normal.
that's disgusting. Hot water
It's
with
normal. It's so normal though. That's literally normal.
that's bro. But when I ordered it, it was like, keep in mind, it was like $4. $4 for a
Yeah,
hot
yeah.
chocolate. I would expect to freaking like at least chocolate with milk, right?
At least they have it done. Yeah.
It's like, bro. But like I'm asking, yeah, bro. Anyways, why didn't they make it? I don't know. It's because I guess they're too lazy. They just gave me the cup. So I get the cup, right? And then after I get the cup, I remembered that I forgot to go get my food. So I was like, all right, I went back, stood in line just to get my food. And then the two guys that I went with were laughing at me the whole time. And I was like, all right, bro, whatever. Like, like at that point, it felt like, bro, I was a third wheel on a date, right? Like it just felt like that. Coffee bean reference. But it felt like that. So I was like, all right, bro. And then we get the food, we get the drinks or whatever. And then these guys are so freaking ready to give up and go home. I'm like, bro, we have so much more. Like all we have to do is wait. They're thinking like, oh, if at 4:30 like we don't get the skis, we should just go home. I'm like, bro, no. Like we already made a 7-hour trip. Why would we just go all the way back without doing anything? And then I go back to stand in line to ask if they got the skis back, like after we eat or whatever. And then they call me, and then there was no one in line. Keep in mind, right? There was no one in line, so I'm like, all right, we're chilling. They call me. They're like, yo, we found a place where we can rent skis and snowboards. They just told me that. They're like, we found this place. Just come back to the car. We're gonna go get our stuff from there. I'm like, all right, whatever. They might not have it here, or what? I don't know, whatever. So I was like, okay, like all good. I'm gonna go back. I go back to the car. Tell me why they didn't check how far the place was. The place was 25 minutes away. The place was 25 minutes away. Keep in mind, it's on the mountain that I told you guys about, where there was no parking, where the roads were weird, and it was taking mad long to freaking get up and get down. How did you not yell? Bro, if I yelled at that, like I was the youngest one there. So it's like, if I yelled at them, I don't know. Like I was so pissed off on the inside, but I just kept calm, bro. Like I'm not gonna scream at anyone. I'm not gonna do too much. We're all pissed off. We all didn't get on the slope, right? We're all pissed off. So it's like, anyways, it's 25 minutes away. Probably gonna be more. And then I'm like, bro, why didn't y'all check this before I got in the car? So, anyways, they're like, oh, what? We're not gonna go 25 minutes. So we all go down, and then we all go back to stand in line. So we stand in the line, or no, we walk to the line. In the line, like no joke, it quadrupled in size. No joke. Bro, and at that point, I was so pissed off. But anyways, they stood in one line, and I stood in the other line by myself. I had my headphones on. I was listening to Late Registration, bro. And we waited, and then it got to our turn. And then when we got to our turn, I called them over, and then we asked the lady, do you guys have one snowboard and 2 skis? She's like, keep in mind, my friend's foot size is 13, mine is 12, and the guy with the snowboard, his size was a 10. They said they were out of snowboards, and they were out of size 13 skis. So 2 out of 3 people, they didn't have their stuff. My friends might be so, bro. I don't know, bro. But I want to say that. I think they were all just pissed, and they were trying to find alternatives to the situation. But anyways, they didn't have size 13 skis, which is what the other guy needed, and they didn't have snowboards. So at that point, we're just like, what do we even do? They lost hope, but I'm like, bro, we could still do this. Like, we just gotta go talk to them, because the lady said they might have some. Like, you just have to go talk to them, right? So we're like, all right, you know what? We go to talk to the people, and then the snowboard guy, the guy that's in charge of snowboard, because snowboarding is downstairs and skiing is upstairs. So the snowboarding guy, he was like, all right, today we already have 50 snowboards. We have 50 snowboards, but there's like around 100 people. So we don't want to have half of our customers be mad at us. So we're not going to give any out, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. The dumbest thing I've ever heard. If there's 50 people that can leave satisfied, why would you let 100 people leave unsatisfied? If you could have 50 people leave satisfied, 50 unsatisfied, why would you let 100 leave unsatisfied? But anyways, my boy talks to him. He's like, yo, we drove 4 hours, and we've been waiting here for like 3 or 2 hours now, and we just want to get on the slope. We just want to get on the slope. He's like, all right, you know what? I'll see what I can do. So he goes back. He stays for like 10 minutes in the back. I don't know who he was talking to or what he was doing. My boys, again, they were being pessimistic. They were like, yo, he's not going to come back out. We should just leave. I'm like, bro, let's just wait. Like, he's going to come back out. Why would he tell us he's going to come out? And he's not. So he comes out and he's like, so since you guys made a really long trip, I'm gonna let it slide. I'm gonna let you guys get one snowboard. We're like, oh my, like at that point we're so happy, and we're just grateful that we could actually, like, he got his snowboard. Keep in mind, we didn't get our skis yet. So me and the guy that needed to get skis, we go upstairs to get our skis, and then we realize we still didn't buy the tickets when we were in the line. So we have to go back out, stand in line again. And then we look at the line, and it's like mad long. So we stood in line for a few seconds, and then we're like, yeah, you know what, never mind. Let's just buy the tickets off our phones. So we go to buy the tickets off our phones. There's no signal. So we have to go back inside the restaurant. We go inside the restaurant, and then I'm going to find the place where I could put my info and get the freaking ticket. Once I do that, I realize that I don't have a card on me, and they don't take Apple Pay for some reason. But my friend, he had a card, so he got his ticket, right? He got his ticket, and I had to go back out in the cold, and I had to stand in the line again. And I waited, and then it was my turn. I got
the nigga just paid for you.
Nah, he didn't. I don't know. He didn't. So I stood in line, and I got my ticket, and I bought my skis. And then I go back into the place where they're giving out the skis. And then you have to like register and sign a waiver and do all that. So that took mad long. And then once I finally did that. Oh man, you just went to where ski resort at? Yeah, bro, literally. So I go to get my skis. They give out the boots and the skis in 2 different sections. So think about, you have to stand in 2 different lines to get your stuff. Which is the dumbest thing I ever heard. When I used to go to Ski Dubai, bro, they used to just give you the boots, adjust your skis, and you're out. But anyways, I went to get my shoes. I got my size. And then I had to stand in line again. I was just waiting in freaking line. I got my skis. And then I think right as we got our skis, they shut down the ski place. So we got our skis like literally last second. We got our skis, and finally, like I haven't skied in years at this point. So I go out, like I'm like trying to remember how to walk in these big boots, these big heavy boots. And then I put the skis on, and then we see like we want to like kind of practice because I haven't done it in a while. So we go to the smallest slope. We do that, and then keep in mind at this time it's like 7:30. It's dark. We barely made it onto the slope. I remember 7:17 was when we got onto the first slope, and it was the smallest one. Kids don't really want to be full on Nick 830. What you mean? What? Yeah, but anyways, we got on the slope, and then like it was the smallest one, so I was just like, practicing. My boy with the snowboard kept falling down, so I had to keep waiting for him. So we went all the way down, and then we decided to go to a bigger one, a bigger slope. So when we got to the bigger slope, chat, I was so happy. We went up and then whenever back down, never what, bro. No, I was literally like, I'm not gonna go on a 7-hour trip and not get the chance to ski. Yo, what up, RMK? So I was like, bro, like I'm not. That's not just gonna happen, right? You should have gone on stream. Yeah, bro. I was too tired. There was no signal. Like it would have been so bad if I went on stream. So we get on the big slope and then, dude, it was like so worth it. Beautiful view. I just go down as fast as I possibly can. Or no, actually no, not at first. But then like I start to pick up speed. I'm like, yo, like I need to do this again. I get back on the big slope. Or no, it wasn't the biggest slope. I wanted to do the biggest slope, but they wanted to leave before 10 because it was like they wanted to drive back and get back at a certain time. But I'm like, bro, like we just got on a slope. We barely have a few hours. But what did we get, like what, 1 hour or 1.5 hours on the slope? And then I go down super fast. Finally, bro, I have my headphones on, listening to music, going down the hills. And then at like 8:15, they're like, "Yo, we're gonna leave," or like 8:30. 8:15, 8:30. They're like, "Yo, we're trying to leave." I'm like, "Bro, we just got here." They're like, "Yeah, but it is what it is. Like we have to make it back before a certain time." So I go back to the small slope. I go back to the small slope. And I didn't get the chance to go on the biggest slope that I wanted to do because they wanted to leave. So I'm like, all right, like all good. I made that TikTok you guys saw. That was on my last rundown. And then we go. They're still up there because they're going down together, right? Like I was like, because the guy kept falling, like I told you guys. So it was like I'm like whatever, bro. Like I'm gonna just wait. I mean, I'm gonna just go by myself. So I go by myself, and then I return my skis and stuff, and then he calls me. He's like, yo, we're just gonna stay for a little bit more. Mike just called my brother, and he said we should stay. I'm like, yo, I already returned my skis. Like, if I told y'all we should stay more. Why didn't we just do that? He was like, all right, never mind. Like, if you already returned your skis, we're just gonna return ours too. So when I said that we should stay longer, they said no. But when his brother told him that we should stay longer, he wants to listen to his brother. And his brother wasn't even there. He called him. So I'm like, bro, like,
maybe
right,
because, but you got to look at it like maybe because like they had something important.
He didn't, bro. He didn't. His mom said he can get back at any time. He told us that like 1,000 times. But anyways, they were rushing me to go. Like, they were rushing me to get back on the slope. They were like, yo, one of our, like, he was talking about the other guy that I was with. He was like, yo, like, he has to go back home. One of our boys has to go back home. I'm like, all right, bro. I'm trying to get there as fast as I can because, like, I'm trying to get back there as fast as I can. So I get there, and then when I give my skis back, they're like, they wanted to stay longer. But at that point, I had to return them. So they go down, they return their skis. And then we're on the way back in the car. I slump. Like, I fall asleep because, yeah, bro. Like, they're just talking. And they were talking to the other dude's girl. So I was like, and he's, like, friends with the other dude's girl. And I just don't know, like, the dude or his girl. So I'm just like, all right, bro. Like, whatever. I'm going to just go to sleep. I went to sleep. And then, I texted my mom a few times, made sure, like, she was making sure I was safe and all that. And then I wake up at one point in the gas station. I got up and I looked at him because I was sleeping on my bag, right? Because I was in the back and I was nauseous and I had like a little headache and like, I don't know, right? So I get up and I look at him. I'm like, yo, like everything. He's like, yo, is everything good? And he's like, yeah, or like whatever, right? You felt you don't belong. Yeah, bro, literally. So I put my head back down, and before I go to sleep, I hear the guy in the front seat say, yo, did you see his face? He looks mad weird. He had lines all over it. Because, like when you sleep on something and then you get lines. So why would you even say that about me? He thought I went back to sleep, but I heard that. I was like, yo, bro, like I'm awake. I heard you say that. They're like, oh shoot, like, oh, I didn't know you were awake. I was like, bro, at that point, I don't even care, but I'm just trying to go home. So they don't want to drop me home. They say they're gonna go back to his crib and they're gonna sleep there. So I text my parents. I'm like, yo, like this is the estimated time of arrival, and I sent him the dude's address. I was like, yo, just come pick me up when you guys can. My dad is a goat. He got there like literally 4 minutes after we got there. And then we we just stood when we got there, bro. We didn't even go inside directly. We just stood outside in the cold. Like I was waiting for them to get their stuff and all that. And then yeah, like they got their stuff, and then that's when my dad, and it was freezing. Like it was colder in Georgia than it was in North Carolina for some reason. So my dad came. I got in the car, and then yeah, I got in the car, and I came back home. I ate, because keep in mind, I didn't eat all day except for those fries and that horrible, horrible burger. And I didn't eat breakfast. I didn't eat anything. So I ate cereal. I prayed. And I went to sleep, bro. And
Holy fuck, that was 30 minutes of yap.
bro, imagine having to go through that whole day, though.
Nigga, imagine like how long the clips are gonna be.
Yeah. I'm posting the whole thing on YouTube, bro, like a story time. But yeah, bro. I got home. I ate. I
I'm
prayed.
just trying to play GTA, my nigga.
Oh yeah, I'm loading in.
Still loading in?
No, I'm in. No, but that was entertaining. All right, W. But yeah.
I'm done.
And then what happened? Oh yeah, I fell asleep, and then I woke up at like 9:30. So keep in mind, I got home at like 4:30, and I woke up at 9:30. So right now I'm running off 5 hours of sleep. I wake up mad tired. My legs hurt, my chest hurts, everything hurts. But my parents made like beautiful breakfast, so I had breakfast. It was mad good, and yeah.